What's up, YouTube? Come back at you with another video. We're going to talk about something that's a common problem. Mustang drivers these days, how they don't know how to drive. Well, I'm going to try to break this down and simplify the major issue with, I guess, the S195 and S550 platform and why a lot of people wreck them. So, the best way I can explain this for you guys is a real life experience. A buddy of mine, he had a 2013 or 12, that body style Mustang, and it was a stock car. Wasn't really crazy fast, went like 12s or something on motor at the time. And we ended up putting suspension in the rear, solid lower control arms, instant center brackets, I think adjustable shocks in the rear, put a pair of 15s on it with slicks on the back, 26s, 26 10.5 I think we ended up putting on the back of it, and a nitrous kit, dry shot. And the car was pretty quick on the bottle, even on motor. I think we took the exhaust off of it, like the cat back, got the car real light, took the back seat out. I think we took the passenger seat out of it. Whatever basically we could take off the car that it didn't need. It had like the little window sail things. I think we pulled those off. Front sway bars, stuff like that. If it could come off, it basically came off. Still had the stock factory wheels up front on it. And the car, like I said, it was pretty quick on nitrous. The thing probably was in the high 120s, maybe low 130s even on the bottle when we turned the kit up. We got this car ready overnight, basically. The stuff was already set up from one car, and we put it in this car. All the stuff was secondhand. So the car just went out and it worked. The first test pass we made with it worked fairly well. Hung the front tire on the street. Pulled the front, those big 18s or whatever they come with, factory. Hung the front tire like this high on the street. So, like I said, it worked. Stick shift car, MT82. Now, I'm not the world's best driver by any means. And I've never really driven one of these cars. When I first got in it, I was really uncomfortable in it. The seat was too low for me. I like sitting up with the shifter down. I didn't know that the seat moved 32 ways or whatever they move. It's something crazy. They go up, down, back, forward. They probably flip over backwards. But a lot more than what a Fox body is. Fox body I'm used to. I've had some close calls in these cars too, but I mean this is a 9-second car. So this car I was driving it on motor. My buddy, he was like, I want to see you drive it, you know, because I'm curious what the car looks like. So I'm like, well, I'll make a pass for you. So I made a pass or whatever, and when I come back, I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty uncomfortable in it. I was driving it pretty bad. But he goes, well, the seat moves. You can put it up and whatever you got to do. I was like, oh, it goes up? He goes, yeah. So I moved the seat up and I got in a comfortable position in the car. Went out, made a pass, and when you hit third gear in the car was like throwing me, fighting me. Now, me thinking that the traction control is off, I'm trying to pull the wheel and everything. And the traction control was off on the car, but evidently they have a, what the heck's it called? It's not traction control, it's stability control. Couldn't think of the word. So the stability control was throwing me. Now I held on to it. I didn't wreck the car. But I come back around. I'm like, dude, the car's throwing me all over the place. And he goes, yeah, you had a close call up there. I saw it. We all were like, wow, you know. He goes, you can shut that off. You got to hold the button. And I was like, well, I don't know nothing about these cars. Like, this is the first one I've ever really played with. This was back 2000, I guess at the time, 19. And my other friends have had them and stuff, but I never really got into them, you know. But, so we shut the stability control off, and the thing still was like fighting me. The car's like trying to correct itself for breaking loose. You got to like drive it straight. Just hold the wheel straight, and the thing will like correct itself. It's stupid. That is what I believe to be the main issue with these cars getting wrecked. You got drivers, especially if they don't realize it, which I know I sure didn't. They're getting in these cars, they're going out, sliding them, they're going to correct it. It's locking that brake up because it's how the stability control works. It pulses the brakes in the back, and it's spinning these cars, taking them and pushing them in that direction. Looking at, in my mind, seeing some of the videos I've seen, it makes total sense because I see these guys where it just looks like they turn right into the wall. And that's exactly what it's basically trying to do, is turn you. I think it's more of a problem than it is helpful. I think it's one thing Ford really screwed up on. I think there's 50 million other ways that are better than pulsing the brakes for traction control. Timing would be a great thing, pulling timing, or even shutting the throttle body in a situation like that, which it would suck for a driver. Being able to shut it 110% off would be even better. Now, some people might get on here and say, well, once you hold the button and you do the thing, you click it for the traction control off, you hold it for 30 seconds, it shuts stability off, you're good. I have a hard time believing that you're good. I believe that it comes on after you're down the road. Some guys say it don't, but I know what I experienced, and it wasn't a car's weight throwing me around, because this was actually pulling me. The car would be swaying this way, I'd go to correct it, and the thing's veering out of nowhere, and I had to try to cut it back, and then it wants to whip you like this and throw you around. So the only thing you could do is basically push the clutch in, let out of the car, and try to fight with the car to get it to straighten back out. It's scary, actually. I've had my car looking in the woods, my Fox body, and I kid you not, some people over-exaggerate. It's one thing I really try not to do, especially when it comes to this particular story. You guys basically are the woods, and the car is coming this way in my direction. I could turn and see the front end of this guy's car. That's how sideways I was, looking into the woods. Now, I did everything in my power to try to correct the car, but I can tell you right now, it wasn't me that drove out of that. It was all God's work, because there ain't no way I was not going into the woods. I was cruising. I was well over 100 miles an hour. I think I put it in the fourth gear, and the car felt like it was planted, and just bad. I was able to keep it on the street. I didn't even go off the road with it. I don't know how it looked. The video of it, the guy basically put the phone down right when the car went and veered like that. So I don't even have a video where I could show you guys really what happened. But that was the scariest ride I've ever been on. with me driving, at least. So when I tell you, you know, something's scary or something's good or bad, I try to give you real life experiences and reasons as to why. Getting back to the newer Mustangs, and when they do this, it's not a comfortable situation. I'd rather have absolutely no stability control than that. If I ever own one of those bodies, which I would like to one day, I like them. I think they're a good platform. But that would probably be the first thing I rip out of the car. Whatever I got to unhook, whatever, I'll put manual brakes in it, whatever I got to do to get that whole ABS system out of there, traction control, all of it, I want to go on. Because that should not, a car shouldn't fight you to stay straight. And I think that's a lot of the problem with these guys wrecking them. I'm not saying there aren't negligent people and just people who are dumb. Let's be real. Some people are really dumb. Some people think they have it in the bag. They're overconfident. These cars aren't toys, especially something with 400 horse. It might not sound like a lot. Guys might say, well, 400 horse, I make 1,000 or whatever. Great, congratulations. But 400 horsepower is nothing to sneeze at, especially when you've never had anything that can throw you sideways. Especially when a car tries to fight you at over 100 mile an hour or even 80, whatever it is, during acceleration. That's it's scary when you got something fighting you like that. So, I was actually talking to my dad, and he said I should make a video on it. So I figured, that's a pretty good video to let people know. And hopefully it brings awareness to the guys that own them cars, because it sucks seeing them get wrecked. We see the jokes all the time, Facebook or wherever, YouTube even, whatever platform you're on, TikTok, Instagram, all them. You see the Mustang jokes. Oh, I'm surprised you didn't take out a crowd. None of that is linked to a Fox body or even the new edge cars or anything like that. Yeah, sure, you see some guys, they leave car shows and they break sideways. There's Chevelles and Novas that do the same thing. Corvettes, everybody does it. Doesn't matter what car you're in. Mustang gets a bad rap for it because it's a quick car. It's one of the most popular cars. And they used to be cheap. So people could buy them. You wanted a cheap muscle car? You got a Fox, not even a Fox body, but a Mustang. That's what you got. Nowadays, stuff's a little bit more pricey. Now, I don't even know if there's anything in competition with the Mustang. I think the Camaro went out, and I don't know what Dodge or Mopar is doing. I think they put the last muscle car that they're building out, that Demon 180 or whatever that thing is. But, so now you'll probably see even more unless Ford fixed this issue, which I doubt. But the cars are more expensive now, so you probably won't see as many of them. I know I've only seen one or two in person of the 2024s. And I think one was a 6-cylinder car that I saw. So they're not really crazy. They're not all over the place like they usually are when they're new. So, at least that I've seen. And I drive the Turnpike every day to work. So, but that's pretty much it as far as that goes. I can't really think of anything else on that. But that's the major issue, I believe. So hopefully, like I said, to you that own them, and you haven't wrecked it yet, I'm sure you probably had a close call if you race it. I'm sure you probably felt what I'm talking about, because I know it's not just, I know his wasn't just a fluke, but it'd probably actually be worse with a heavier car, because a heavier car will body roll and stuff. But like I said, his had some stuff out. We probably took 300 or 400 pounds out of that car. We had the front bumper off of it. I think we cut the bumper support off and a bunch of stuff. But so basically it, guys. I just wanted to give you guys a video on it. I'm tired, so don't mind me. It is 3 o'clock, 2:35 in the morning. So this was a last minute decision to make this video, and I'm only doing it one take, so I'm not gonna erase it and make 50 million videos trying to explain this. So hopefully you guys get what I'm saying and understand it. If you guys have any questions or need a better explanation, leave a comment below. And thanks for watching. If you like this stuff, like and subscribe to the channel. Almost at 500. 472, I think, when I last looked. Almost 500. So I guess we'll see how far we could take this little channel. So these cars aren't really my territory, these newer Mustangs. Try to stick to the old ones. You ain't got all that stability bull crap in them. Alright, guys. Till next time. Catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.